So to make this cube, as you can see right over here, which is a good table ornament, first of all we need 12 cards to make one of those cubes. It is easy, but it requires some dedication. You have to go to this video footnote to download that file, as you can see right there, which is the template to make those cuts right over the card. Now we recommend you to print that from inside a PDF file, Acrobat Reader, which is a free software, so it comes up at the right size. Once you already have them, which you need to print 2 sheets, you cut them right over the black line, so they end up being at that same size of a playing card. I just placed 2 pieces of tape up and down. Then I'm gonna cut all playing cards with the cards face up. Now if you begin cutting the cards face down, then it's better for you to cut them all with the cards face down as well. Now the cube that I have here, all the playing cards were cut with the cards face up. But if you want, you can add up 2 other pieces of tape on the side, but to me up and down was enough. So you have to do this on the 12 cards. Then you have to cut over the black line, since you have to create certain thickness on each cut. It is not just a simple cut. As you can see here, you may tell the thickness of each cut. So I'm just gonna cut one card so you can see. I cut right here from the left side, then I follow the right side. You go over, doesn't matter. It is almost there. You can see the cut. The ones I may struggle the most are the arrows. On the arrow, I try to cut the left side first, and then the right side. Then here, you have to fold the card. You ain't gonna damage it, you just bend it by doing the cut on the right side. I also try to see from the back side of it that they end up with a right thickness. Sometimes when I end up cutting right over the paper, the thickness is not good enough anyway. There you go. There you can see a better separation. In total, cutting all the playing cards, it may take about 30 minutes. It depends on each and every one of you. There you have it. Lastly, I start removing the tape from the back side of it. And with a rule, I try to visualize half of the spaces. I'm trying not to aim on the middle of the arrow. I'm trying that the rule is pointing right on the corner of the playing card, around the half of the spaces here and here. Just fold it about 90 degrees, or a bit more. Don't try to pronounce the crease. When I fold it, I'm guiding the corners first, so there may be a line here and there before I start pushing the crease down by the half of the card. I'm trying not to exaggerate when pushing down the crease. As you can see here and there, the corners are aligned from both sides. I'm putting a slight pressure so it may open back up. So what I just did, you have to do exactly the same on the rest of the cards. They all were black, so at least they may be uniform in its color. Once you already have the 12 cards, just put them all together. Just make sure they all align in their cuts to see if those pieces have enough movement. The last one will be a bit more complicated. So as you can see over here on the playing cards, on the corners they have arrows, and on the sides they have 2 lines, a long one and a short one. The arrow from this corner or this one, these arrows go inside the lines, these 2 or these 2. Doesn't matter. I'm trying to fold the card and begin by the rear side. I'm always beginning by the long side, and I end up on a short line. And there a card goes in. It fits pretty well. Then I'm gonna try to use these 2 corners since they are the closest ones. That's gonna be the corner of the cube. For that I'm gonna need to use these 2 lines. These lines right there. There the arrow will go in, which is the corner of the card. And from these lines over here, another arrow must go in. Or I should say another corner. There you have one corner, and as you can see, this triangle is one corner. The center part of the cube must be a diamond, and on the corners it has a triangle. So I'm gonna put this on the side, then I'm gonna do another three. I'll do exactly the same. I already have another triangle. This must be on the outer side. The triangles that I have right here on the front must be on the outer side. Here I'll need to join only two cards. I must visualize the diamond, the center part of the cube. As you can see right here, there is a diamond. It's kind of a diamond shape. By joining these two sections, I can kind of visualize the diamond from here or any other side, but I must join only two cards. Like I said, so you don't struggle a lot, but in a way it doesn't matter what, you're still gonna struggle anyway. I always try to begin with a long line on the side of the card, then I end up on a short line. Right there I have the diamond, that's gonna be the center part of the cube, using only 6 cards. From here, this is the half of the cube, you have to use the rest of the cards one by one around the cube. Like I said, the arrow always has to go inside those lines, which end up being the corner of the card. Since this is the center part of the cube, this is gonna be the corner, which is supposed to be a triangle. So right here, it can go another card. And since we have lines right here, the corner of the card must go in. At the beginning, it's a bit complicated because they are kind of loose because of the big gaps among the cuts. That's why it's not gonna be easy, but the more you keep putting up, the more you put together, the more they're gonna fit. And they're not coming out as easy as before. Here I have a diamond. And here another diamond should go in. The same I'm trying to visualize. If you do the corners, it's better because two sides of the card are fitting in together and the cube start becoming more stiff. And here, since you have the diamond, this side should be a corner, a triangle, in which we only use 3 cards. And since this is a line, an arrow should go in. Doesn't matter the sequence, you don't have to go in the same sequence as I'm going. But I think this is visualizing pretty good. I'm trying to do corners. This is done, and this is already done as well. Here is going to be a diamond in the middle. I'm just trying to visualize. Here you can see an arrow. The lines of the side of the card should go in. Sometimes you have to fold the card, so it may go in. Here I already have another diamond in the center, and since I already have a diamond, I'm trying to guide myself right here to the corner. Here should be a triangle. I already have 3 diamonds, which is the center part. I have 2 cards left. This is where it starts becoming more complicated. Since there we have a diamond, here it should be another diamond. So right here it should be 1 card, and here on this side of the card, another corner should go in. And here on this corner, the lines should go in. So this is the last section in which we only have 1 card left. This is going to be a bit more complicated because it's only 1 corner. I'm trying to fold this card, so I may start from the inside out and start for the most complicated sections. Here you have to force the cube just a bit more and fold the cards as much as you can without ripping or damaging the cards. Finally, we have it done. Just go around readjusting the foldings. Any twist you see. At the beginning it felt a bit loose, but as you are progressing, the cube is becoming more stiff and more strong. That's why at the beginning try to make the cuts as precise as possible, so the diamonds don't end up being twisted. It's just mainly the lack of adjustment. That's why you have to be careful on the cuts. there is not a visual way to tell which card should go first. I'm just basing myself on the diamonds on the center of the cube and the triangles on the corners, visualizing and going around, so that way it's easier to put cards one by one.